I want to talk about the middle class for a little while, the perception of the middle class. What are middle class jobs in 2024, and how does the standard of living for those workers compare to that of people decades earlier?
This is a great question, and it's a complicated question because it's hard to compare over time. But occupations today that provide and support a middle class existence for workers, we can see this in the healthcare field, healthcare sector, in parts of the educational sector, legal services, business and financial services. And you can see in these sectors and with these workers that there's this ability to achieve a kind of modus vivendi in terms of standard of living. But the difficulties in terms, we read a lot about inflation and the price of goods, the price of housing, access to healthcare. These are all things that are prevalent in society today. And for many in the middle class, people are just one medical emergency away from dropping out of the middle class, and it's in part because of the stressors of economic and political social existence.
Okay. Is there any correlation between declining union membership and the shrinking of America's middle class?
We can see, and a correlation in a sense, if we were to plot them, we can see the arrows going the same direction. One thing you can also look at, this moment of, American prosperity that we associate with the end of World War II through the 1970s. American GDP per capita grows at about 3% per person per year from 1940 through 1973. And we often look back or reflexively think of this as a kind of baseline for this is how things are supposed to be. And from the perspective of 2024, we might also start to think of that period as almost a kind of historically contingent, accidental moment where a strong labor movement coincided with an American economy that was the strongest on the planet. Germany was offline with World War II. In the aftermath, Japan, 2 atomic bombs, devastation. The U.S. and its economy, in a large sense, in a global sense, got a kind of free ride from 1940 through the 1970s, the early 1970s. And we start to see kind of the intensity of global competition put American companies, American workers under greater stress. And we're still living with that kind of fallout today.
Okay. Now, it would be nearly impossible to plan to replicate a scenario like that again, as I hear you saying. But is it possible, given our current situation, to rebuild a thriving middle class?
Yes, the question about what is possible allows me to get on. I won't actually get on my history soapbox. I left it in the green room. But this is why history is such a great discipline and such a great field of study. We can look at the past to understand it, but also to give us a perspective on the present and a way to imagine what things might be like in the future and how we might get there. And so looking at concrete public policies that have been effective in the past, that certainly the Biden administration is trying to roll out and has rolled out over its time in office, the Inflation Reduction Act, the CHIPS Act, what are ways that the federal government can assist working people in making strides economically, that these public policies, they can have an impact. They have had an impact in the past, and we can see that potential for them to have an impact in the future. So I would say, yes, there are possibilities for the middle class to be rebuilt.
Okay. We're going to hear a lot about the economy in the coming months with the presidential election, of course. Lots of talk about successes or failures of our economy broadly, but those assessments, they don't always correlate with success for the financial realities of families, individuals. How should we measure economic success in this country?
Wow. This is again, a terrific question. We can measure it in any number of ways. We have the conventional sort of economic measures of, what is the unemployment rate? What's happening to real wages? What's happening to the economic possibilities, American savings, consumer debt? We can measure it in these ways, but we can also measure it through public opinion and a kind of sense of optimism or pessimism. I think the kids today call it vibes that people have about the economy and about the potential for themselves and their children to do better going forward.
how, as voters, should we interpret the information that's getting thrown at us from either candidate, any candidate, Senate, House, you name it, in terms of the successes and the failures? How do we interpret those things?
I mean, there are so many lenses that we as voters, as media consumers, bring to the table. And I think given the number of different things that our eyeballs encounter each day, from television, from the great world of PBS, but also from our phones, our computers, the internet, Twitter, X, whatever it's called today. I think that if anything, the kind of how should we interpret this information and what candidates say carefully. We have to be more skeptical than ever before. We have to be careful in how we evaluate information that comes at us. And I think talk to the people in your community, talk to your fellow workers, talk to your neighbors, be engaged.
Understood. Dr. Jason Smith, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.